and shadows fall. I'll be beside you whenever you call. When worries weigh heavy and fears take flight, I'll be your strength, guiding through the night. And when the days are dark and heavy on your heart, I'll be the voice to guide you through the dim. Strong walls may crumble, but within you've got the spark. Just turn the key, let light dissolve the grim. Did you think you were alone in your feelings? Strike a match, let your inner strength be seen. Welcome to all things serious. In the depths of your despair, where demons roam, I'll be the hand to hold. You're never alone. When storms rage fierce and winds blow strong, I'll be the shelter in your soul where you belong. Welcome to all things serious.
Welcome, everybody. How are we all doing today, this fine evening? How are we doing? Nicole, Ann, Michelle Johnson, Nightwolf, how are we doing today? I hope we're having a good day today. I really do. So, Low 12, how are you doing? So I got air conditioners in every room of the house but this room. Lisa, Emmy, how we doing? So I'm gonna get right into it. So last night, I don't know if everybody caught it, but last night I was a guest on another channel where we talked about mental health. And they will eventually be coming over here and being a guest on my channel where we talk about mental health. So I'm going to get right to it. There was a topic that was brought up, and it was a very interesting topic, and it was called delusional disorder. We didn't really cover the topic, but it gave me a topic to cover. And I've never covered delusional disorder in chat. We're on this panel. So if you're in here and you haven't hit that like button, make sure you hit that like button. So delusional disorder is a type of psychotic disorder. Its main symptom is the presence of one or more delusions. A delusion is an unshakable belief. Let me screen share this so you guys can read along if you want to. Let's see. Let me change it up. Do this. Okay. That will be tomorrow night, Row the Hated. I will talk about the parenting thing tomorrow night. I will talk about that tomorrow night. And I'll have you and somebody else up on panel. And what I'll do is I'll send you guys the links to the StreamYard ahead of time so we can go over what we're going to discuss. I brushed my beard for nothing. Oh, Ro. I brushed my beard for nothing. So a delusion is an unshakable belief in something that's untrue. The belief isn't a part of the person's culture or subculture, and almost everyone else knows this belief to be false. People with delusional disorders often experience non-bizarre delusions. Non-bizarre delusions involve situations that could possibly occur in real life, such as being followed, deceived, or loved from a distance. These delusions usually involve the misinterpretation of perception or experiences. In reality, these situations are either untrue or highly exaggerated. Non-bizarre delusions are different from bizarre delusions, which include beliefs that are impossible in our reality, such as believing someone has removed an organ from your body without any physical evidence of the procedure. Jeez Louise. Okay. People with delusional disorder often continue to socialize and function well. Apart from the subject of their delusion, generally, they do not behave in an odd or unusual manner. This is unlike people with other psychotic disorders who might have delusions as a symptom. In some cases, however, people with delusional disorder might become so preoccupied with their delusions that their lives are disrupted. I need to get a new wireless mouse. Bro, that's for another channel. Bro, come on now. All right. What are the types of delusional disorder? Erotomanic. People with this type of delusional disorder believe that another person, often someone important or famous, is in love with them. They may attempt to contact the person of the delusion and engage in stalking behavior. I've heard of this one. Grandiose. People with this type of delusional disorder have overinflated sense of self-worth, power, knowledge, or identity. They may believe they have a great talent or have made an important discovery. Jealous. People with this type of delusional disorder believe that their spouse or partner is unfaithful without any concrete evidence. Persecutory. People with this type of delusional disorder believe someone or something is mistreating, spying, or attempting to harm them or someone close to them. People with this type of delusion disorder may make repeated complaints to legal authorities. Somatic. People with this type of delusion disorder believe that they have a physical issue or medical problem, such as a parasite or a bad odor. Mixed. People with this type of delusional disorder have two or more of the types of delusions listed above. So in chat, has anybody here experienced somebody with delusional disorder? And if you're watching this video on replay, you can leave a comment below. So Michelle Johnson answered with a 1. So she has. has experienced somebody with delusional disorders. So has Nightwolf. Chris, how you doing? Shoemaker, how you doing? It's been a while, brother. Good seeing you. Some doctors misdiagnose invisible illnesses as delusional disorder. Many actually, in my opinion. So, I have never been diagnosed or misdiagnosed with delusional disorder. Um, but we know jealousy is common. Jealousy is a common one. So let's get back. What is the difference between delusional disorder and schizophrenia? I need a new mouse. I'm going to order a new mouse soon. Okay. Schizophrenia is a spectrum or a range of conditions that involve psychotic symptoms, which include disorganized speech or behavior, negative symptoms, a decrease in emotion, the person's facial expressions, and motivation. Delusional disorder is different from schizophrenia because there aren't any other psychotic symptoms other than delusions. In addition, in contrast, schizophrenia, delusional disorder is relatively rare, and daily functions isn't as impaired as it is with schizophrenia. Delusional disorder most often occurs in middle to late life, with an average age of onset beginning 40 years of age. The persecutory and jealous types of delusional disorder are more common in people assigned male at birth. The erotomanic type is more common in people assigned female at birth. People who tend to be socially isolated are more likely to develop delusional disorder. These populations include, uh, well, you guys could say that immigrants who have language barriers, people who are deaf, people who are usually who are visually impaired, and elderly people. That's what it's saying. I don't know how true it is. Maven, I need to get you to come up here on panel, dude. You need to get your internet situated so you can come up on panel, Maven, because I'd love to have a discussion with you. You're very intellectual, and I've constantly said that many times. I have constantly, Maven, said that many times. I agree. A lot of these medical professionals, but it's saying it is talking about how rare it is. So how common is delusional disorder? Although delusions might be a symptom of more common disorders such as schizophrenia, delusional disorder itself is rather rare. Approximately 0.05% to 0.1% of the adult population has delusional disorder. So they're not saying it's common. Delusional disorder isn't common. So I've never met anybody with delusional disorder. I really haven't, to be honest. I haven't met anybody with the delusional disorder. I met somebody that was a schizophrenia. Only reason why I know that is because I go to what they call a place called Riverbend, and you meet people with all different types of mental health disorders, and they're there to get treatment, which is a plus. You have that problem and you're getting treated for it. You're keeping the problem at bay. So, so Night Wolf tomorrow in Row the Hated tomorrow. Um, I will have you and Row up. So, what's the most common type of delusional disorder? The most common type of delusional disorder is the persecutory type, when someone believes others are out to harm them despite evidence to the contrary. So, what are the signs and symptoms of delusional disorder? Okay, I I have to backtrack. I did meet somebody that had delusional disorder. He was younger than me and he claimed to be in the Vietnam War. He claimed that he was a pilot and he was younger than me. Okay, I am 43 years old. He was at least 3 or 4 years younger than me. And he really believed that he was in the Vietnam War. And he really believed that he was a pilot. And he worked on aircrafts. And he didn't do either. So the presence of delusions is the most obvious sign in delusional disorder, which are very based. And I'm not seeing any signs. Another characteristic of this condition is that the person often lacks self awareness that their delusions are problematic. They're unable to accept that their delusions are irrational and accurate, or even if they recognize that other people would describe their delusions this way. Anger and violent people may be present if someone is experiencing persecutory, jealous, or erotomatic delusions. People with delusions disorder may also develop anxiety and or depression as a result of the delusions. Early symptoms of delusional disorder may include feelings of being exploited, preoccupation with the loyalty and trustworthiness of friends, a tendency to read threatening meanings into benign remarks or events, persistently holding grudges, a readiness to respond and to react to perceived slights. I'll drop the link to where I got this info in chat. I got it from the Cleveland Clinic. And it was written by references. The references are from the American Psychiatric Association, Joseph S.M., Delusional Disorder. So they're referenced by professionals. I could be wrong. All right. I hate this mouse. I need to get a new one. See what chat's saying. Paranoid. So, what causes delusional disorder? Man, this is a long. I talk about things that I understand. I don't understand this. You know, for something that happens in 0.5% or 0.1% of the population, how are they able to diagnose this properly? You know, jealousy is not a delusional disorder. Jealousy is common. If you've been cheated on many times, you're going to have jealousy within you. You know, you're going to be, not just jealous, but insecure. You know, all right, I'm going to change the subject. I should have done more research on delusional disorder. There are people who have it, and you can't say there isn't. There are people that have it. Okay, it's just not very common. But I believe there are people that have it, and I could be wrong. It's not saying because you can't see signs. If someone believes that they're in a relationship with a celebrity and they're not, they don't even know they're celebrity, and they're claiming to be in a relationship with that celebrity, that person's delusional. If the person's claiming that he invented, electricity, he's delusional. We know he didn't invent electricity. That's what they're explaining. There's different types of delusions. You got, and I was explaining each one. Like what sign would you see, Maven? What kind of sign would you need to see if right, hold on. I'm missing something. Just saying, like, what would, in your opinion, in your humble opinion, do you think delusional disorder is real or not? Do you think it exists? It's not common. People with delusional disorder isn't common, but it does exist. I know a female, like not personally, well, I've met her one time. She swore up and down she was in a relationship with Bam Margera. Okay. You guys know who Bam Margera is. He had a TV show called Viva La Bam. Okay. Now, okay. So, Clumsy Clairvoyance, welcome. Thank you for joining All Things Serious. So, Maven, the whole jealous thing, right? All right. You can believe this story or not, but this involves me. Okay. So, from what you know of me, I'm a pretty solid dude, right? I'm pretty open book. Okay. I can honestly tell you I've never cheated in my life on a female that I've ever been with. Okay. But my first ex wife, the reason why I left her is because of the verbal abuse and the constant accusations of is the constant accusations of cheating on her. And I never once cheated on her. She had zero proof. But the thing is I caught her cheating on me twice. The first time I let it slide. The second time I left and didn't turn back. So would you call that delusional? The jealousy thing? Would you call that a jealousy thing? Just, you know, yes, people with schizophrenia also have delusions. Yes, but it's not a disorder. Okay, theirs are more intense. Okay, they have delusions, but they don't have delusional disorder. People who are schizophrenia, Yeah, it's what jealousy, thinking the other person is cheating. Yes, so they consider people who are that are jealous as a disorder, delusional disorder. Okay, let me go back up. So one of the signs of delusional disorder is people with this type of delusional disorder believe that their spouse or sexual partner is unfaithful without any concrete evidence. Without any concrete evidence. Well, let's just say, Maven, he's 100% faithful. He's never cheated. What would you consider it? She's delusional? Just saying, neither party has cheated on each other, right? But, I'm looking at from the other aspect, okay? I used to be a jealous person. Used to be. I grew out of it, okay? But the thing is, say, for example, David, you and your girl together, right? And you're 100% faithful, never cheated, never talked to another female unless your woman was there. You know, never did anything, and she suspected you of cheating on her. Would she be delusional or jealous? Would she be delusional? Just saying. Now, what I have to say to that, right, is if that is the truth, okay, if that is the truth, then you shouldn't be getting into a relationship if you're going to accuse your future partner. Okay, that's basically what they're saying with no concrete evidence. Now, like zero, zilch, none, nada, like no proof whatsoever, not an inclination, not even an epiphany, not even an idea or a thought. Like there's no evidence whatsoever. That's all I'm saying is I believe that would be delusional. Like if I thought my girl was cheating on me and she wasn't, and I was insecure in my beliefs and stuff like that, I wouldn't consider it. I probably would call myself delusional for believing it, you know. But I would also say it's other things, insecurities too. You're insecure. That's all they're trying to say. Okay, that's all they're trying to say. If like say for example, I had proof you were cheating on me, you, you know, if I had proof, it wouldn't make me jealous. I wouldn't be delusional because I got proof. Text messages, pictures, video. I got proof. Clothing. I got proof. And did the truth finally come out that your girlfriend was cheating? See, if you got proof, Maven, that's not a you're not delusional if you got proof. Okay. You're not delusional, bro. If you got proof, that's not delusional. So they were just throwing out that word delusional. Okay. And did your friends find out the truth too? I bet you they apologize for calling you delusional. And if not, they're not friends. So, but all right, let's I'm gonna open up the panel and see if anybody wants to come up. I wish you could come up, Maven. That's what I'm assuming. I agree with that, Nicole. That is a very good point. So, hey, Clumsy, you want to come up on panel? You can. You're more than welcome. It's a sweat basket in here. I went through. The crazy thing is being accused of cheating and not cheating while the other person is doing it is mind boggling. Okay, it's like I'm getting accused for what you're doing. You're accusing me of what you're doing. And if you're not happy, just move on. Go somewhere else. Could have left me a long time ago. So, but tomorrow I'll be talking about parenting, and I'll have Ro the Hated and Nightwolf up here tomorrow. So tomorrow night. Yep. And I will see you guys mostly. Tattooed Angel, how are you doing? How are you doing, Tattooed? We were just covering with what one of your subscribers was talking about, delusional disorder. You know, and it's crazy because there's a lot of different types of delusional disorders and stuff like that. So thank you for having me up on your panel yesterday. I didn't know jealousy was a type of delusional disorder. It is a type of delusional disorder. So, all right, Clumsy. It's okay. You want to come up on panel and say hi to everybody? It's up to you. You can come up and hang out if you want to. All right, Clumsy. I'm drinking some really hot ass coffee. I usually drink iced coffee. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to check his channel out. Go over there and check his channel out. So, but I'll hit you up on Facebook when we do our collab. I'll message you, get your schedule, find out when you want to do it, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah, that would be interesting, Tattooed, because I do a lot of shows on topics. I really do. I like to, like, we could, I don't know if we can, could we stream simultaneously where I'm streaming to your channel, Smitty, and you're streaming to your channel, and we're up on panel together, streaming simultaneously? Can that happen? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Just call me Hen. What's going on, Hen? How are you? I'm over here in the hot box, sweating like it's nobody's business. My air conditioner's in the living room where my bedroom is right now, chilling. And I don't have my door open because you'd hear the fans going and everything like that. See, hold on. Let's see if I turn this fan on. Can you guys hear the fan? Just wondering. I'm just wondering if you can hear the fan. All right, it's cooling off already. All right, that's a plus. That is a plus. Let me drop the link. Copy. Paste. And then go over here. Pin. I pinned it. Well, the thing is if you heard it, it would just be like obnoxious hearing a fan in the background while somebody's talking. I'm waiting. Just waiting on a few things to fall into place. Just waiting. Just waiting. I would do an ice bath. So in the middle of the summertime, oh yeah, I would jump into a ice tub real quick. Smitty would too. He would have an ice bath. He'd jump into a bathtub full of ice. He'd be like, "Yeah, this is good." All right, hold on. Oh yeah, I gotta adjust this.
That's all right. I don't mind being small. I'm small anyway.
What's going on, Ann?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
I missed the serious part of the discussion, but I don't know anything about delusional disorder anyway. I mean, is that what men have when they say they've got 6 inches and they've only got 2? Is that delusional disorder? I don't know.
This is the part of the channel where it just goes off the rails. Angel's lies to keep control has entered the chat.
I'll behave myself. I can't. I do try. I'm not very good at behaving.
No.
And Lisa wants to jump into a bubble bath, not an ice bath. I'm laughing at Pave. Hey, 2 ain't bad, hen.
Bro, the hate is like a hobbit has entered that chat. Hey, hen.
Yeah. 5 foot nothing, hobbit. Take a sheet and soak it in hot water, wring it out and put it out. How is that going to cool you down? It brings your... No, That won't work. Drinking tea, hot tea, does work because it brings your inner core temperature up to similar to your outer temperature and levels things out. But I don't see how a hot towel would work.
I think he said a sheet.
Well, a hot sheet even. Same thing. I'll warm you up. It won't cool you down. Apparently, Smitty do care sorta.
Yeah, he does. He cares.
Do care sorta. Sounds like me when he says that. Sorta. Sorta, innit? How you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing all right.
Right. Hen is Lisa. How tall are you then? You can't be much shorter than 5 foot nothing. Although
Here comes Ro the hated.
my son's girlfriend's shorter than me. Hello, Ro.
Hey, so I had to clear something up
Mm.
because science is my hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the hot sheet wrung out and then put over you
Yeah.
does cool you off because hot water evaporates faster. And in order to finish the evaporation process, it also pulls heat out of your body.
Okay. Okay.
So, like one of the ways to cool a big building, let's say, is to take hot water near boiling if you can do it, but it takes higher pressure pipes. Hot water near boiling, put it through something similar to a fuel injector to where it atomizes the water in the entrance where a heavy amount of flow is coming. So that hot water you're pumping into the doorway then gets blown, instantly evaporated, and pulls more heat from the surrounding area. And then therefore the whole room gets colder.
Okay.
What's going on,
Just because
Clumsy?
I'm just one of those dickheads that have to explain stuff.
So I've caught a few of your lives that you've done.
They're usually like at ungodly hours in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I woke up. I woke up, caught one of your lives, and I'm like, tried to stay awake and fell back asleep.
Yeah, the only time you usually see me during the days, I do like a tarot class on Saturdays, so sometimes you'll see me on the weekends, like at normal hours, so to speak. But normally it's always like in the middle of the night. You'll see my lives.
Yes. So Lisa is classified as a hobbit, 4'10".
I think she's officially. I think at 4'10", she's officially a dwarf.
Well, what is this particular hobbit's lives are they about?
Hey.
So how tall are you, Clumsy?
Oh, I'm 5'4".
So
I don't think
tall.
I'm a hobbit.
Yes.
No, you're tall.
No.
Oh, you called
definitely
me
a
tall.
hobbit.
I'm so excited.
No, she's tall. At 5
She
foot
said
four,
I'm
she's
tall. Sorry.
I tell you what, if your eyeballs aren't above my nipples, you're a hobbit.
How tall are you?
Yeah, but you're ridiculously tall.
No, not Eddie's taller than I am. I'm only 6'3".
How tall are you, Eddie?
6'6".
Oh fuck, yeah.
See?
Hang on. If your my eyeballs are above your nipples at 6'3".
No.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yes, they are. My forehead would be at your nipples.
My ex-wife was 5'3", and she always used to bitch that when I came out of the shower, it looked like I was going to poke her in the eye with my nipples.
Well, she's lying.
I have a picture.
My ex was 6'3", and I was not eyeball to his nipples.
Maybe his abdomen was built different. I mean, maybe now because I'm older and I don't have the pecs I used to, maybe it's not true. But back then I had pecs and maybe they were a couple inches taller. I don't know. Maybe guys do the same thing women do where they need a little bit more support as they get older. I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff works.
Let them hang free, and that goes for your testicles too, boys.
Hey, Hen, I have been commando since 2005. Thank you.
All right,
the minute I got out of the army,
All right. Let's go on a different subject here now.
She brought it
I
up.
wanna
It's
hear
not my
about-
fault this time.
Eddie.
I do not want to hear about
that
men
bad.
being commando. Okay.
Man bras, ball bras.
Hey,
Yes.
no, they do have something called Sactical underwear. It's tactical with a sack on it. It has a pouch just for your stuff.
Yes. We
Yeah.
know that. I know.
Very
that.
comfortable. Very
I'm a
comfortable.
man. Yes.
So it's like
I
a
know.
bra, but for your testicles.
Are they basically posing pouches?
Posing pouches.
You know you can buy the posing pouches. Is it basically?
I don't know. The first one I had actually had an elephant face on it, and you put
Yeah, them
something
ones.
in the trunk.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
ones. I know the ones you mean.
Oh, you're supposed to post with
All
them.
right.
Hey, they asked, Eddie. It's not my fault this time.
Sometimes this channel always ends up talking about nut juice. Seriously.
Well, I will have to say that one of the characters in my book wears that same posing pouch that you just talked about.
All right, we're not talking about posing pouches. I'm saying the word Thor.
Okay,
Thor.
we'll
Let's
move
change
on.
the subject.
We'll move on.
Is that your safe word, Eddie? Thor?
Yes.
I never knew Eddie was crude.
That is my safe word.
Is
I
that-
don't
is
I've
that-
always used pumpernickel. I don't know what that's about.
Is that why you only pop into my chat for about 5 minutes and disappear, Eddie? You get a bit prudish. Do I make you blush?
Yes, you
Hey,
do.
I come over and give you crap in chat. I mean, that should be worth something.
You do, though. I've seen you in there.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of the people from here in there, and thanks to so many people from here. I'm almost at my 500 subs. Almost.
I've been trying to help you get there, Hen.
Almost.
Can someone put her link in the chat? I'll sub up to you right now.
I was gonna say I can actually help with that too, because I still have some diehard Church of Row people from my days of doing gun videos, and if I tell them, "Hey, sub to this," I think I got Eddie about 50 subs.
I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to offend someone, but my actual next target isn't 500 anyway. It's 666,
Oh boy.
and it has been. No, so my first target when I started my channel was 69,
That's respectable. That's respectable.
and my second target was 666.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah. So Eddie, if you want to pull it back just a little bit, I'll let you know something. I was doing about 85 on the way home, so I could get here in time to be up for you if you needed me. And then you were like, "We're doing something different tonight," and I'm like, "That's why." I was like, I brushed my beard for this because I'm using my ex-wife's car because my Jeep, I blew the motor in it, and she doesn't have air conditioning, so I'm doing like 85 with the window down. My beard was like blowing up in my face. So when I got home, I had to brush it a bit. And I'm like, I brushed my beard for this. So that's where that comment came from.
So tomorrow I'll have you and Nightwolf up here.
Like, I
Tomorrow.
didn't even have time to get out of my gear. So, I literally was like, oh shit, it's 6:45. And I'm like putting my mags away and I'm putting my box of ammo away. And they're like, dude, you still got more to go, because I had more time on the range. And I'm like, I gotta go. So
Oh,
I gave up range time.
Somebody's got YouTube playing in the background.
It's not me. Definitely.
I have earbuds in.
I think it was Clumsy. I think she went into YouTube to get my link.
Could have been.
Yeah.
It's mute now, or you shouldn't hear it right now.
Yeah, that's good now. It's good now. I don't like hearing my voice twice. It's bad enough
It
hearing
does.
it the first time.
Everybody dislikes their own voice. I think it's common.
Did you say you do tarot cards?
Yes, I'm a tarot reader.
I need to sign up to your channel then.
Hold
I just
on.
up to yours, by the way. You're super close to 500.
I know. Can someone drop Clumsy's channel in the chat for me, please?
I got it.
Thanks, Eddie.
Is that what you do on your lives, Clumsy? Is tarot readings or?
Tarot, oracle readings, yeah. And then I goof off a lot with my subs. Like, I have a lot of fun during my lives.
Me and Clumsy might get on. We might.
Yes, totally.
You know, it's just such a different world in YouTube these days. I mean, I was doing it from like 2015 to like what was it? What was the year with the jab? Like 20, late 20, right? Well, I got shut down because of talking about stuff. But so back then, you pretty much kept everything relatively serious for your content. Like I said, I was concealed carry, lots of tactical stuff, just stuff. Now you can't hardly do that on YouTube without having millions of subs, or else they'll shut you down. And like now you can actually have a channel where you can just BS and have fun.
Yeah.
Whereas before you had to kind of keep it instructive,
No,
Well,
I
even
don't.
nowadays, though, even nowadays you have to be careful what you say. Even nowadays, so like you have to be careful what you say and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
But I mean, back
I never
then,
been serious ever. But I watch a lot of channels that aren't serious, and they're really big channels. So I don't, really.
well, I mean, now of course, what is it? Almost 10 years later, it's evolved into something different. Before it was like
these are channels that have been around 15 years. Since the day dot of YouTube.
Well, I guess what it is like if you have semi-controversial subject matter.
Yes.
That like even mental health can be somewhat controversial to some people.
Totally, yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So you got to watch it. But like if you're just, I don't know, doing book reviews and being like, hey, the new Stormlight series is awesome, you can pretty much get away with all kinds of crap. But the minute you talk about anything within a delusional state of what term of service has been violated, they just start striking the heck out of you. I couldn't do any of the early videos I did. Like the one that really triggered my channel to get me, over 10,000 was a video I did where I shot a 50 cal underwater. Well, they have a massive concussive force, and it was like getting kicked in the boys. And then my guys had to drag me out of the water before I drowned. So it was hilarious to me and everybody else. But if you did that now, like they would demonetize you because like you're trying to teach people to hurt themselves or something.
Yeah.
But back when I was growing up, I grew up on Jackass and South Park. Like we had some of the craziest stuff, like launch yourself in a shopping cart off a ramp into a freaking canyon, and that's okay. But now they're just like, nope,
Well,
it's kind of restrictive.
Disclaimer: don't try this at home.
Well, I had a whole legal disclaimer I had to do with every video, even back then. I bet you got to be like, okay, don't try this at home, and it like shows you how to take the whites out of the yolk for an egg or something, just so somebody didn't get salmonella or something.
I watch cooking channels.
I love it. That was hilarious.
Yeah, because some idiot will try and do it, drink the whole mix, and get salmonella, and then they'll try and sue YouTube and you.
They're like, well, this is why I did it. Duh.
Yeah. This is a Tide Pod. It's for laundry. Strike. I mean.
Yeah, the Tide Pod thing was a bit stupid, though. Come on.
Yeah, it was a little overexposed. It wasn't as big as people thought.
But people are still idiots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm still an idiot sometimes.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I jump across fire pits.
Oh, so do I. The cinnamon challenge was a stupid one as well.
Yeah, but when you're not a hobbit, you can just step over fire pits. I mean,
no, I used to
not
jump
dangerous.
over fire pits. I jump over fires all the time. I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, but you have to get your broom out and fly over it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. No, jumping over the fire pit is actually to do with my witchy stuff. So
I know.
Yeah. It's a cleansing. It's a cleansing ritual.
Yeah, it takes care of all the bacteria if you land on it. Just saying.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Hey, Margot. We missed
Margot.
you on
What a cute
Friday,
name.
If you
Monday.
if you want to come up on panel, the link is pinned in the chat at the top of the comments.
I'm actually very surprised she's awake.
Oh, I hit the.
She disappeared from my chat on Friday. I saw her saying, I'm going to go and make coffee before you start, and I never saw her type anything else.
Maybe there was a problem with the copy, and that
Monday.
takes precedence over everything.
Sorry, on Monday. On Monday, not Friday.
Coffee is a public safety issue.
Oh, it is for Margot. She can't survive without coffee. She drinks it like every 5 minutes. She's making me a cup of coffee.
Oh, without coffee, I'd strangle an idiot a day. I mean, that's just the truth. It's one of my coping mechanisms.
We all have our
Okay.
vices.
You were in on my chat on Monday, weren't you, Ro?
I don't know what days it is usually because I have no schedule.
A couple of
But
days.
yeah,
ago.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, recently. Yeah.
My celebratory stream, and Rosaline popped on for a little while.
Rosaline's here right now. Talking
There she
about
is
it.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't talked to her in a while.
No.
I guess if she's in the chat room, I gotta do my props to her. Hey Rose, how's it going?
No, that was awful. That was awful. That was not.
Well, she does that stuff where she talks really quiet but close to the microphone.
Like ASMR.
Yeah. She does that.
What?
I know what he was trying to do,
It's
which is why I was telling him it was awful.
There's a whole thing about for ASMR.
Yeah, but the problem is with people like me and Eddie probably worse than me, our rib cage is so big and there's so much lung capacity there that it is very hard for us to speak without projecting and without blowing the mic out when we do that. Exactly.
I'm like that too.
So,
I kind of have a naturally of a little bit of a louder voice, so I stay a good distance away from my mic.
well, that's just because you've had to yell your whole life for regular sized people to hear you.
No, I'm not a hobbit. Remember, Han just said I'm tall.
I get told off when I do my sexy voice. I don't do it anymore.
Aww.
Apparently, it
tells
makes
you
people
off?
cringe.
Oh, it makes people cringe.
Nobody's asked me for a sexy voice in about 8 years, so I don't know what to tell you. That's how long I've been divorced.
Margot will back me up on that one. Everyone tells me it makes me. Say she's laughing. Say she knows what I mean. When I say things like, "Don't just hit that like button, give it a good stroke." Oh, see, I can't even get the fucking words out. I normally have it written in front of me.
It's not that cringy at all to me. I think it's just fine.
Yeah, you're not my normal regular people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Those ungrateful regulars.
Yeah, they're like, stop it.
I love it.
Stop it now. Because
So
I'll go,
knock it off,
and
would you?
StreamYard says, don't just hit that like button, give it a good poke.
I love that you add StreamYard in there too.
It's funny, right? Is Hen has a bucket right next to her at all times.
I do. I have a bucket right next to me.
So if you compliment her, she uses the bucket.
Stop it.
To do what? To do what though?
To throw up him.
Oh, no wonder why.
Hey, Corsa. Sorry, my throat went croaky then. Is that all that packing?
No, I thought you were gonna say that she writes down all the compliments and throws them in the bucket or something like that.
No, it's also handy for me wanting to go for a wee as well. No, it's not. I do actually go use the toilet. No.
What's going on, Kane Corso? Yee's in the house.
No.
Rosaline.
There you go, Eddie. You got that. You're putting on your voice. See? He's like, Rosalie.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a decent condenser mic, a condenser mic can actually compensate for some of that blowout sometimes, but it's really difficult. Like for me in particular, like my Army days, of course, you know, when you're speaking to a crowd of 2,000 or 3,000,
Yeah.
you really have to project, especially when you don't have any audio equipment. You're outside, so you have to project, and you get in such a habit of doing that, you don't realize I actually have to catch myself a lot of times in public
Mhm.
to speak softer than I ever have, almost just so that I don't freak the regular sized people out.
So
Like,
my,
who's he
my
yelling at?
both of my boys are quite baritone. They've got baritone voices, and you
Yeah.
tell them to whisper, and they sound louder
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
they bring their volume down, but it also brings the tone down. It is a deeper tone, and a
Right.
deeper tone travels further.
You
Eddie's
ask
got
us
the
to
perfect voice for that. He's got like a total like radio voice. His voice should be on TV or radio or something like that. 100%.
Ken is like silence. Shh.
So,
Speak
but I would,
Man, it's
in a
great.
room. Boy.
So, yeah, I mean, of course, I've always said how, certain things piss me off as far as people's microphones and audio setups and stuff. I know that's a me problem. It's not a them problem.
I just recently finally got a microphone. Like I was
Mhm.
not, and I'm at like 800 subs or whatever, but I finally ended up getting one. And to me, like I actually noticed the difference, like once I started to hear it from like past lives to new ones. But I'm like, not one of my effing subs freaking noticed. I got so mad during my life. So I'm like, you guys don't even notice the difference.
So they did notice. Okay, so here's what it is. Like, let's say you're like I am when I'm not being edited for YouTube. I'm a dickhead. There's a reason they call me Ro the Hated, right? So I can say irritating shit or funny shit at your expense or something like that. And if the sound quality is good, it will actually allow people to like not be as pissed. But if you have a crappy setup, say like a phone, right?
Mhm.
And you're using, a cell phone or something, and that microphone across the room sounds like you're in an aquarium, whatever. Not only is your words pissing them off, but the sound quality is also irritating their brain, even though they don't realize it.
I could see that
So-
actually now that you say that.
Once you get a good microphone and you start speaking properly, like switching in, studio settings or something, be like, all right, guys, hello, how's it going? This is what we're doing today. Now the quality is so good, they enjoy it better, even though they don't even realize why. And I know that's kind of sounds like a cheeky psychological, warfare
No,
type bullcrap. It's just part of the human
Okay.
experience.
So
Yeah.
I will sort of agree and disagree to you on that. Some people buy crappy microphones and they're actually better off with the phone microphone or the laptop microphone than the crappy microphone they bought.
Sure, but I mean, the better the sound quality,
Yeah,
The
the
better than
the
yeah,
less
absolutely,
people,
yeah. Absolutely.
the more tolerant people can be to it. So if you're a sweet little hobbit, right,
Uh-huh.
and now you sound better, they like you even better.
So what you're telling me is buy a fucking mic.
No, your mic's okay.
It's my laptop mic.
Right, but you sound like you're in a room that has a bit of cloth on the walls, so you don't have a bunch of echo, and it's a quiet room, and it's actually pointed in the right direction.
I am the tiniest room in the world, surrounded by crap. There's no echo in this house. There's no room for echo in this house.
Bare walls are the streamer's enemy.
That's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Any wall
Yeah,
wall
what
that
did
your
he say?
camera can't see, you should have cloth on it at least. Like put a blanket up. Doesn't freaking matter, right?
There's not a cloth, but I am sitting on a sofa, so it's probably the sofa that's buffering it.
Now I have my main monitor, which is a 55-inch right in front of me. It has a soft shell on it, basically.
Mhm.
And then I'm also sitting in a big giant chair that's got a blanket over it. So there's no echo in here. If I took that flag down, those curtains down, was sitting in a regular computer chair and turned the microphone slightly away to where it was bouncing off the TV directly, it would echo, even with the Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
So it
Margot-
really is the
Margot-
environment, you know.
I don't think anyone up here is using headphones.
I am.
You are? Okay.
I use earbuds.
I'm using
I keep
headphones.
earbuds in all the time.
Oh yeah, you put your headphones on when someone else comes on with you, don't you, Eddie?
Moose Art.
Hi,
Can you
Moose.
see the flag hanging on my wall? I got one hanging on my wall, Moose Art.
Oh, it's hanging sideways. Is that allowed?
It's hanging the proper way.
Only thing you're not supposed to do is hang them upside down, because that means in distress.
But yeah, got my flag hanging right there.
I don't know the rules on the American flag, but a lot of people put the British flag upside down, the Union Jack.
That
On
means
purpose?
country in distress.
No, they're just stupid. They don't know which way it goes up.
Oh.
Well,
Well, I ordered that one a while back and thought it was a certain size. Turns out that's actually 8 foot wide.
yeah.
Takes up the whole room. I was like,
You
screw
thought it
it.
was bigger or smaller?
No. I thought it was a 3x5, and it turns out it's like a 6x8.
Gotcha.
I was like, this is gonna take up the whole wall, isn't it?
No.
Man, that doesn't bother me. I mean, and I do the thin blue line, of course, because that's, you know, I used to be a cop and all that kind of stuff. So it just kind of is it makes the room me instead of just, you know, a blank wall or some paintings or something, you know. But I can't do what I want to do is hang all my guns on that wall, because then I wouldn't be able to come up on most people's panels, because YouTube will shut you down for that crap. There's Rose.
So
Hey.
I actually have to correct what I said. It's not called a Union Jack. It's called a Union flag. It's only a Union Jack when it's on a boat. Hello, Rosalind.
Hey, Hen, how are you?
I'm
Ro,
all right. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Thank you for coming up the other day.
Oh, it's my pleasure, hon. Totally. So unprepared, but yeah, you're doing good. 3 years.
I know, 3 years. 3 years of pure hell.
But you made so many smile. It's good to see Maya and Rob.
It was. Maya was hilarious.
She was a hoot.
Hilarious. She's grown up so much. So Maya is the daughter of one of the YouTuber me and Rosalind met through.
Yes.
And he hasn't been
Rob's
streaming.
fools.
He hasn't been streaming for, gotta be at least 2 months, isn't it? If not longer, maybe even 2 years.
Well, I think since that particular
Yeah,
court case ended.
Got to be nearly 2 years. And she's a little girl. He's his daughter.
His
She's
daughter.
just turned 10, I think. He said
God,
she was
she's so precious.
So she was only like 8 when she was up there with him before, but she's so grown up now. And she was doing British impressions. It was hilarious.
She was very proud of herself.
She was.
Night Wolf, not to change subjects, but Night Wolf was like, I bet you Eddie can do a good Mr. T impression.
I bet he could. You have done that before.
Mhm.
Hey, I want to say hey to everybody who's on panel, as well as everybody who's in the chat, because I don't know that I did that. And yeah, Ro, oh my goodness, we should talk. We should talk.
What did I do now?
No, you didn't do anything.
She liked your sexy voice, is what she's saying.
I'm sure I've done something. You just don't know about it yet. I mean,
and no,
that's why I always go, what I do now, and what I really mean is, what do you find out I did now?
No, it's not that. A while back, I could have used a Neanderthal, and it is what it is.
Oh, I haven't heard that word in a long time. Neanderthal.
That's what he calls himself.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm going to do a
it's-
Mr. T quote.
Yay!
Oh.
Do it.
Hit it.
All right, hold on. You pity a fool because you don't want to beat up a fool.
No, see,
Nice.
I mean, you pity a fool's a good one, but you should have said, "I ain't getting on no plane."
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I believe in the golden rule, the man with the gold.
Rules.
Is these? Hang on, are these B.A. Baracus or Mr. T?
Mr. T,
Okay.
to have a comeback, you have to have a setback.
Now you're just being silly.
It takes a smart man to play dumb.
Are these like all quotes from Mr. T? I'm like
What you
suddenly,
say?
Yeah, these are all quotes from Mr. T.
I'm suddenly realizing I don't think I know a single quote from
I literally know the two, which is I pity the fool and I ain't getting on no plane. They're the only two I know.
That's from the
They're the
A-Team.
proper ones.
Oh,
They are.
speaking of
Well,
nothing
hello.
to do with this, but it came up in my brain. Eddie, you excited about the Tyson fight?
I'm hoping.
God.
There's gonna be a Tyson fight? When?
Yeah, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
And who's Jake Paul right now?
He's a
Who's-
YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber turned professional boxer.
What, is he professional? Is he really?
You
I mean,
think
he
so?
earns money out of it.
That's mildly inaccurate.
Yeah.
Eddie. What
Yeah.
he really
Well,
is
okay. So the most recent pro boxer he fought was Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is Tyson Fury's brother. Tommy Fury is a professional boxer, and he actually hung with him, even though he actually lost to Tommy Fury by decision. Okay, not knockout, by decision. This fight.
So what I'm saying though isn't that he's not a professional boxer. He might be. I don't know. But what I know he is a future concussion recipient.
Oh, he's a professional.
Well, this fight against Mike Tyson is classified as a professional boxing match. It's licensed.
Now?
Mike Tyson is 58, I believe.
Okay.
54 or 58, one of the two.
54.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, thank you, Moose. To be fair, Mike Tyson is probably a little bit old and worn out now, so it may give the youngster a chance because he is a youngster. You know.
Look. I tell this to all the young men I work with in the youth group. Youth and exuberance is no match for old age and treachery. Okay.
And of course, Tyson's famous for biting off people's ears, isn't he?
He
only did that to one fighter.
That put him into infamy kind of category. I remember that actual.
He did that to Evander Holyfield. The only fighter he did that to was Evander Holyfield. And the first time he did it is because he got headbutted multiple times by Evander Holyfield, and the referee wasn't doing nothing about it. So he's like, all right, I'm going to bite this sucker's ear off.
Still savage. I agree.
But here's the thing.
I don't think Tyson is in his best shape right now. I'm absolutely agreeing with you on that.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Tyson. Okay, so first of all, you count my PD days, you count my Army days, all that kind of stuff. I have taken a lot of punches in the head. Okay, I can take a pretty decent punch. You know, I've worked as bouncer, private security, all kinds of stuff. Crackheads hit me in the head with a baseball bat, all kinds of cool stuff. Mike Tyson would kill me in his current stage. Even if he's at half hour from his professional days, he would kill me. That's how strong that man hits. They did the math on his test when he's punching test dummies, you know, with the sensors. And they said it's like getting hit with something the weight of a car doing 30 miles an hour the size of a fist. That's what his left uppercut was. So I don't think this guy has a chance. Just saying. I might be wrong. It happened back in 1982, so maybe I'll be wrong again.
He's an American fighter, right?
American
Mike Tyson.
YouTuber. I'm sorry, I'm not calling him a fighter. He's a YouTuber.
No, the guy that Mike Tyson's fighting. Yes. he's a
So
YouTuber.
Jake Paul is actually a fighter. Okay,
I wasn't sure.
because he's gone up against some MMA fighters that that were pretty deadly in the UFC, and he beat them. Okay, it's just the only thing is majority of the people he fought were not punching power fighters. They were ground and pound, submission hold, wrestling type of fighters.
Mhm.
Okay.
So grapplers, yes.
Oh, okay. I see now. So it's not. He's not.
Now,
a
if it was a
boxer.
grapple fight, I might give him a good chance with Tyson.
So he's not a boxer.
Grappling's
then.
a whole different game.
I used to love heavyweight fights. Like love. I even saw a few in person. Those were always. I don't know what happened. It seemed like they went down in popularity or something. It's not much of a big deal when you see the heavyweight fights, or even boxing in general right now seems to have lost popularity.
That's the reason why with Jake Paul and his huge platform has brought it back to recognition again, because it was a dying sport. It was.
Well,
Yeah,
if
I
you
agree
look
with
at-
you. It has been for a while.
if you look at the zeitgeist of the country, overall sports have actually declined quite a bit, and it has to do with our division and all that kind of stuff. But the truth is, the hardcore bands, there are a ton of them in the MMA. It's still pretty huge. You get Joe Rogan, you get former president coming by and watching the fights, and it's massive. They fill the MMA fights actually fill stands to capacity equal to NBA.
We're talking about boxing, though. We're not talking about MMA.
Right. Boxing, though, well, they were saying that even MMA is falling off, but boxing just kind of got shadowed out by MMA because people
Maybe
are like,
that is it. I don't know, but I used to love boxing. I used to watch it all the time. I still like
boxing's
it.
a great workout.
Showtime boxing
Yeah,
used to be the
I
thing.
remember the fights.
Showtime boxing, HBO boxing.
A lot of actual fighters, though, like people that would fight in their job for some reason, they don't. Yeah, it's great to have boxing techniques, but it's not where it goes. Eddie can attest to this. Anytime there's a physical confrontation in real life, it almost always goes to the ground.
Mhm.
So I used to. Here's my background, right? I trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay, I was also a amateur boxer. And when I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and somebody came in to prepare for a fight, they would sign a waiver and do stand-up with me. And it was full contact. So if you got knocked out, you got knocked out. You got busted open, you got busted open. I don't play love taps. It's full contact. It is to get you prepared for your fight coming up in a few weeks. You got to have a tough chin and tough hands. And if you knock me out, you knock me out. It was what it is, And a couple of the fighters that I trained with, they went on to win their fights because their stand-up game improved after they left my training session. Now, the craziest situation I ever got into is my the sensei came up to me and he's like, we got somebody here that just signed a waiver, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. I go to the mat, I get my hands taped up and everything, get the gloves on. I get to the mat, and it's a female.
What?
Yes.
OMG.
So I'm like, all right.
What the?
Like, I'm like, all right. She signed a waiver. All right.
She signed a waiver.
Dude, I will tell you. I tapped out after like the fifth punch. I tapped out after the fifth punch. Okay. I'm like, your punching power is not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's your standing, your stance is the problem.
Yeah.
So I fixed her stance, and her next fight came up. Yeah, she knocked the chick out in the first round.
See,
And then I enjoyed doing that. I was learning ground techniques, rolling around on the mat and stuff like that because my stand-up game was on point. This was back in the day when I was healthy and everything else. But, with age. But yeah.
You kids
Mr.
get off
Barnes
my
has
lawn.
entered the
That's
chat.
all I'm gonna say.
hi, P. Barnes. Lisa, I understand you still watch it, but I think it died out for youngsters. So youngsters weren't watching it as more. But like you said, the MMA has got interest. Logan Paul has got youngsters interested in boxing and fighting again. He
Yeah,
really
Jake
has.
Paul, yes.
Jake Paul, sorry. Well, both
Jake
of them.
Paul, both of them, yes.
Yeah, both of them.
There's
They're
actually a guy running for U.S. Senate in Texas that just did a YouTube boxing match a while back, and he also does AK gun videos and stuff like that. But he's winning the race actually down there, and
no politics.
No, I don't. It's nothing about that. He actually went into another YouTuber because there is an actual circuit. If YouTubers have a beef, they have an entire circuit of like, okay, let's get in the boxing ring. And it's hilarious because there's these guys, that are YouTubers talking crap, and they'll get in the ring.
I know who
just
you're talking about, yes.
Right. Did you see his fight? He was like all worried he was going to have a problem. He just went in there and just annihilated the dude. It was great.
So YouTube boxing is like an actual thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You know who Stevie Knight is? Stevie Knight.
No clue.
Stevie Knight is a reaction channel.
Oh, okay.
And he fought another channel, YouTuber, and he didn't pan out so well.
Pete Barnes says, I am the best in MMA, my delusional disorder.
Nice.
I always, by the way, Eddie, I always hated it. We used to do things called punching drills in the Army.
Yeah.
And honestly, it restricted me so bad. I hated it when they put women in the sand pit with me. Because you're supposed to go full contact to the new guys and teach them stuff. And then they put a new girl in there, and it's like, I don't want to break this thing. Come on.
You can't break your toys. You got to play nice first.
Well,
then gear it up,
that
right?
might have been part of it.
Yep.
But no, I mean, I always felt like there's no way I can go full power against, somebody that's a third of my weight. I was 265 of muscle, not like now it's 265 of chub. But back then, I looked like an upside down pyramid, and they're putting in these, 120-pound, relatively athletic women, but they're only trained in a little bit of Brazilian through basic. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? It actually made me feel bad if I even tried to connect with him a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe I'm sexist.
You didn't train in Krav Maga?
Well, that was something different. A basic soldier doesn't do that, right? It's only if you get sent to do special classes, usually for stuff like overseas, house to house, stuff like that. But no, in general, you just did Gracie Jiu-Jitsu or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as they said it. That's what back then. That's what you in the late '90s. That's what you did to train hand to hand. Because honestly, soldiers in the Army rarely do that. You're mostly operating a weapons platform of some sort.
Yes.
So
yes,
but we would do those punching drills just as a welcome to the unit. We're serious. And they'd put all these kids in front of me. I'm 30 years old. and they put some 18-year-old cocky dude in front of me, I had no problem exhausting him out and putting him down. But man, when they put those hobbits in front of me, I'm like, yeah, basically, I was like, I can't break my toys.
I got that
Although
phrase.
I did have one surprise the crap out of me, and she climbed up my back like a little spider monkey. Before I realized what was going on, she was up there and had me in a straight out rear naked choke. She had it perfect. Her tiny little twig arm was on both arteries, and I'm sitting there going, I'm going to get taken down for the first time by a squirrel monkey. and I was panicking. I didn't know what to do, because if a dude ever did that, I just reach back and grab him by the twig and berries. He'd let go. Well, you can't do that to a woman, because A, you're going to get in trouble, but B, it's not going to work. So I had to just do the nesty plunge and put all my weight on her as we slammed it at the ground to get her to let go, because I was seeing stars.
Tell me it worked.
So
She let
it
go,
did.
right?
She let
Fighting
go.
was this?
Yeah, she let go.
Is
And
it
then
like
of course we dated for about 6 weeks.
Of course you did. You had to. You squished her.
Okay.
All I did was offer to buy her dinner as
And
an
there you go.
apology for like wrenching one of her floating ribs out of its place. So the fact that it turned into other stuff is not my fault.
Right.
And I'll
You're
tell
a
you the rest of that
Neanderthal.
story when we're not on Eddie's channel.
You're a Neanderthal. She's a hobbit. I get it.
Yeah,
That does seem to be the theme.
It is. Because there's a certain chemistry, if you will, that happens when
So-
a true Neanderthal meets a true hobbit. Go ahead, Eddie.
This was in 5th grade. Yes, 5th grade.
Lord, do you remember 5th grade?
And I got beat up by a female. 2 weeks later, she comes up to me, and I'm like scared as all hell that I'm gonna get beat up again. She's like, "Are you okay? I'm sorry." I'm like, "Sorry?
Doesn't that
I'm
make
bruised
it
all
worse?
over the place." She comes up and she's like, "You want to go out with me?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Good.
I'm like, "I'm not gonna get beat up again."
Right.
Just
Well,
well, and
And Eddie, how many times have you been in a social situation, got angry with a dude, went out, rolled around on the ground, threw a couple punches, went back in, had a beer, and they're friends for years after that?
Well, so
Right.
my best friend Todd,
Right.
me and him probably had 6 fights together, fought each other 6 different times. And we were equal. Like, I would win a fight, he would win a fight. I would win a fight, he would win a fight. And our last fight, we decided never to fight each other because we were equal. We were tied 3-3. We're like, this
Yeah,
is
that
it. We're
equal
done.
shit wears you out.
So, yeah, we were tied. But
If
I wanna
can't
thank
end it in
everybody
2
for
minutes,
coming
it
up
gets
here.
tiring.
yes. And fighting your friend gets old after a while, too.
Right.
Was
But
that
I was
something
saying, like,
said,
if you-
Eddie?
Huh?
If guys do that,
I said, was
Yeah.
it something I said? You're cutting it off already?
No, I'm just getting tired.
Okay.
I'm
I was
getting
actually
worn
about to
out.
say
I'm
that
sweating.
well.
I'm sweating bullets in here. My shirt is soaked. That's the reason
That's
why I
not a
turned the
good thing.
camera.
No.
Yeah, the AC's in the living room, and I got the living room door, my studio door closed.
I haven't turned the AC on just yet.
Well,
hey,
I had
Eddie, if you're sweating those things, fill me up, buddy.
So, but yeah, my shirt is soaked. So,
Yeah, I can give you some tips on cooling that won't affect your microphone when you get time.
all right. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I like doing open panel after I'm done with the discussion because it makes the conversation go off topic and bring more humor to the channel. That's what I like doing. So, yes,
And
you guys.
stuff like Barnes's comment too, where he said, you know, his delusion is he's the best there ever was at MMA. We all have one of those.
Yes.
Like I have the delusion that I'm still a viable Neanderthal, and you know,
I share that delusion.
the women don't look at me like it with the temptation in their eyes like they used to. So I understand. I get it. I understand, ladies. So, you know, we all have our delusions, though.
Well, Rosaline is looking at you in that way. I'm just saying.
He knows that.
Just
We've
get it
spoken.
together.
She
don't
actually
need to tell the
lives
world.
2 hours and 43 minutes from my house.
Sort it
He's
out
already
then.
looked at the map. He's
She's
already
got
looked
the
at
exact
Well-
time. I love it.
My
not like we
engine's
haven't
getting
talked,
replaced
guys.
in my Jeep.
So,
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
all right, everybody. Thank you for being up here. Clumsy, you're always
That's the
welcome.
euphemism.
Thank you.
Hen knows she's always welcome.
Yeah, you put up with me.
Rosalie knows she's always welcome. Ro is a fixture in this channel.
Yeah, I'm just here to nuke shit whenever it goes sideways.
So I want to thank you guys for being here. Yes, Lisa has a delusion that she's 5 feet tall.
She hasn't. She told me her true height, so she can't have that delusion. I mean, I might have that delusion because I know I was measured and I was just under 5 foot tall, but I don't tell anyone that. It's 5 foot.
Well, you just did.
Always will do. Yeah, but I've never said
I
I'm
do
not.
love me a tiny little hobbit. Just saying.
There you go, Hen.
I refuse to believe it. I
Get your
refuse
bucket.
to believe that I'm
Get your
under
bucket.
5 foot.
There
Yeah,
you go,
no,
Hen.
I didn't hear it. I purposely didn't listen. Right, I'm coming down. Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too, Hen. All right,
Hey,
everybody. Yeah.
You
Bye,
think
Eddie.
hen's safe word is blessed be? All
I know what her safe word is.
right. Love you, brother.
Boobies.
We'll holler at you later. See you, Clumsy.
All right. See you guys later. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you for being here. All Things Serious is out, friends.